everyone, I am Ritush Pandey from Educational Cities. Today I have come up with a new topic, GK lesson, and in this video we learn about 11 great personalities and answer 11 questions. So let's start this amazing video. Our India is a place of divine grace and cultural background. Deities such as Lord Krishna and Lord Rama have a lot of background in our culture, and we Indian citizens of India are very conscious about our culture, aren't we? And to the viewers who are outside the country, not the citizens of India, so please, now in this lesson we'll talk about our country India. So let's proceed on. Before moving on, please like, share, subscribe my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon segment below to get regular updates of my videos. Let's start this amazing video. Now, this is my daily routine in which the videos will be uploaded. So, on 16 May 2012, 16 May, on Sunday, India's first. This is because it is today, 16 May, it's Sunday. So, it's India's first video, part 1. On 19th May, India's second will be coming. 22nd May, Saturday, fraction decimals and all these. Here is the list. I'll get a side and you can check. You can see and take the screenshot. So, I hope you have took the screenshot and let's proceed on and answer a big question. So, before moving on, how is the Josh? I hope it is high. So, let's move on. Okay, let's answer a visual question. Who was the first Prime Minister of India, of independent India? So, now let's put out the thinking hat and let's see. Think and think and think. So, if you have got your answer as Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru or PT Jawaharlal Nehru, then your answer is absolutely correct. Let's learn more about him. So, here are some of his photos, and he was part of INC before the independence, and Gandhi, he was elected as the first Prime Minister of India, and he stood in his work. He was the Prime Minister for 18 years, which he'll learn. Okay, so here he was birth date was on 14 November 1889. 14 November we all remember as the Children's Day. So 14 November 1889 till 27 May 1964. 27 May 1964, yeah. So he was the Prime Minister of India till 1947 to 1964 till his death, and he was served as a Prime Minister for 18 years. And you can see his quite good photo. So now let's see one more personality. Now, who was the first woman Prime Minister of India? So let us think. Thinking hat is on. So now, who do you think of? If your answer is Jawaharlal Nehru's daughter, Indira Gandhi, then your answer is correct, because she was, as being daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, she was the first woman, first Prime Minister of India. After Jawaharlal Nehru, she was the Prime Minister. And here are some her photos. As you can see, it was a good tragedy which happened with her, and I'll just narrate you. So now what happened? There was a terrorist attack at Amritsar Golden Temple, and that terrorist, because army had to go there, and the terrorists were killing anyone who was coming on the road. There were some knives laid, and anyone who walked on those was automatically killed. So now what could we do? So because now as Amritsar Golden Temple is a holy place, so they are not allowed to go with their shoes. But when they find out that when they go bare feet, they put knives from behind that there's a bridge, and from the behind they were putting out knives. So that knives were harming the army, the legs of soldiers. So Indira Gandhi commanded, because she was the president at that time, to go with shoes. They didn't mind because a lot of people were there inside the temple, so they didn't mind that holiness and went in. So her bodyguard, which was sick that time, killed her. That bodyguard killed her because he was sick and his sentiment was hurt. So that's how she died. And her birth date is 19 November, 5 days. So 19 November 1917 to 31 October 1984, and her age was 66 when she died. Prime Minister between 1966 to 1977, while another non-consecutive term 1980 to 1984 till her death. So she did 15 years, more than 15 years, ruled India, and here is her photo. Now let's see one more personality. Now, first president of Indian Republic, independent India. So who was it? Put a thinking cap and think. So if your answer is Mr. Rajendra Prasad, then you are correct, because he was the first Indian Republic president, prime president of Indian Republic. He was earlier a lawyer of Bihar, and then he became the president. Here it's all about him. He was the first president of independent India and also the longest serving president, the only president to serve for 2 or more terms, 2 or more consecutive terms. These were consecutive or sometimes non-consecutive. He was also a freedom fighter during his time, as you can see, and he was president of Constitutional Assembly. Here it was consecutive 1884 to 1963. 12 years and 107 days. 107 days. It was the biggest time any president has ruled. Okay, so now let's move before to get more about our other personality. Who was the India's first woman president? So let's think, and if you don't know, then you will know in this video. So the answer is Pratibha Patil, and you can see here she was the first woman president of India. Let's know more about her. Here she is. She was the first governor of Rajasthan. Then she became the president. She was the first female governor of Rajasthan and then the first woman president. Two great achievements in her life. And living, she is still living, and she was born in 1934 and she is still living. She was the president for 5 years. And here you can see. So before moving on, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon segment below to get regular updates of my videos. Move on to next question. First batsman to score double century in one-day international cricket. So now, if you are a fan of cricket, then you may know. So let's put a thinking cap and think. Oh, do you think it's Sachin Tendulkar, the great batsman of India? Then you are right. He was the greatest batsman of India, and here you can see, and he also put 100s. He said century, they call 100 runs, so he scored 100 centuries and made a world record. So now let's learn more about him. Born 24 April, 4 days after my birthday, on 1973, and age is 48, and he's still living. Mumbai, India, he was born. National honors, these all are the national honors: Arjuna Award, then Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Padma Shri, and Maharashtra Bhushan, Padma Vibhishan, and Bharat Ratna. And here you can see his photo. I hope you are enjoying this lesson, and this lesson is like of a more grammar GK based, and next coming lesson on 19, which will be also second part of this and will also be filled with questions and facts. So now let's see India's first woman IPS officer. Now if you want to be a police officer or IPS officer, then you may know about it. IPS officer is a hard test. So now who was it? Let's think. If you know about her, it's a hint. If you know about her, then if your answer is Kiran Bedi, then you are right. Her name is Kiran Bedi, and you can see her photo smiling. And here she was first the police officer, and then she became the IPS officer, and then governor of Rajasthan. I mean, think. Puducherry, governor of Puducherry, born on 9 June 1949, and is still living at the age of 71. She was born in Amritsar, India. She is the Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry since 2016. She is not now, she has retired, but on 16 February 2021 she has retired, but she was from 28 May 2016 to 16 February 2021. First, she was an Indian female first IPS officer, and also she was in police, and then she gave the IPS test and she got what we can see here. Such a great personalities. We all feel proud when the women of our country do so great achievements. Now here comes another question. First Indian to win Nobel Prize. Now Nobel Prize is kind of a very heavy song, and it's a heavy word, and it's very big award, and not all people get it. So it's very difficult. The first person to get it was Rabindranath Tagore. He was an Indian writer and a poet, and he wrote many good songs. So here you can see him. Now some of his famous works are the Gitanjali, Gora, Gare Baire, Ghere Baire, these all things, and there are a lot of things of Rabindranath Tagore. The first main thing is the work of Jana Gana Mana, which is, you all may remember, is our national anthem, and also of the national anthem of Bengal, Amar Sonar Bengal, national anthem of Bengal, Amar Sona Bengal, is his only, and the Sri Lanka's national anthem is inspired by his work. He also got Nobel Prize, so celebrated author. He was a poet, writer, playwright, composer of music, philosopher, social reformer, and a painter. And he also made a kind of a city-like thing or university called Shanti Niketan. Now let's move. He was a quite great poet and a celebrated one too. India's first woman governor. Who was India's first woman governor? So the answer is Sarojini Naidu, and also called the Nightingale of India. She was a very good singer and a poet. And here she is, and let's learn more about her. Now, Sarojini Naidu was a poet and was studied in England when she got a scholarship. Also, he earned her sobriquet the Nightingale of India. She was called, as I've told you, by Mahatma Gandhi because of her color, you can see her color, imaginary and lyrical quality, and portraying of her poetry. And also, main important thing, 13 February was her birthday, and her death was on 2nd March, on 13 February 1879 to 2nd March 1979, and she died at the age of 70 years. There's all PPTs in the description box, so if you want notes, then you can go out there. University of Madras, King's College London, and Girton College Cambridge are her places where she learnt. Feel proud. And the first president of Indian National Congress before the independence, the fight was mostly done at the end of the some years before the independence. A Congress formed, a committee formed called Indian National Congress, or INC, and its president was V.C. Banerjee. Here he is. Let's learn more about him. He was a president he passed over many lessons, and he was also at the first lesson of INC session, which was at Bombay in 1885, 28 December to 31 December. It was a 3 days session on which more than 72 people joined, and he was the president of it. Birth date 29 December 1884, while death on 21 July 1906. Born on Kolkata, China, India, and death on Croydon, London, England. So now you can see him, and now let's proceed on. Now let's learn a more question. First woman president of INC. So let's put on a thinking hat and think and think and think. She was Annie Besant, as you can see here. Now let's know more about her. So on 1st October 1987 to 20 September 1933. 1st October 1847. And Annie Besant was a British socialist therapist, women rights activist, writer, orator, educationalist, and a philanthropist. This philanthropist means its philosophy is a habit of collecting postage stamps, and she was one of those. Here you can see her. I hope this video gives you a lot of information, and our Josh is quite high. Now let's see our second last personality and answer our second last question. First Indian woman ambassador. So who was the first Indian ambassador? She was Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. So if you are taught, and you can stop the video and think about it, and answer is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, and you can see this lady out here. Let's learn more about her. This is a lot of things. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay, so she was the sixth prime minister. She was the political family. She was the sister of Jawaharlal Nehru, and also she was her nice big grandnephew. His nephew's grandnephew became the Rajiv Gandhi. He was the sixth prime minister of India, and she was the ambassador to UN. It is all very big. Just you can see the date: 18 October 1900 to 1 December 1990. 90 years, you can see. So now let us end this video. So this was the last thing and last great personality, and our last questions, and the 11 questions are done. Wasn't it so fast, and it was quite memorizing. So now this is my upcoming video, environment of class 7th geography. This video was a part of Aryabhatta series, and this is a part of class 7 sprint series. Now let's say goodbye. So if you like my video, please like, share, subscribe my channel, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below to get regular updates of my videos. So put on a thinking hat, and bye.